We are huge horror fans, and 2019 has been kind to us so far with the release of the excellent Resident Evil 2 Remake. However, there's a lot more scary stuff on the horizon. In this video, we're going to take a look at the 10 best upcoming horror games of the year. Lust from Beyond is a psychological horror game with mature themes. You decide to join the cult of ecstasy to figure out what's going on with your strange dreams. This cult is using dark magic to enter a world of forbidden pleasures. Of course, it doesn't take long before things start to spiral out of control. This game is inspired by the books of H.P. Lovecraft and the cursed paintings of a famous Polish artist. It certainly won't be for everyone, but it's good to see some diversity in the horror genre. The Blackout Club takes inspiration from the supernatural TV show Stranger Things. It's a 4-player co-op game in which each player controls a teenager. You sneak around town and need to complete objectives while avoiding enemies.
Someone's in the house.
What? Baby, I can't hear you. Speak up, okay?
Someone's in the...
The scariest monster in the game is called The Shape. This invisible monster follows you around and can only be seen by closing your eyes. We can't wait to play this game together with a group of friends.
A little noise.
Case is a horror game aimed at fans of the X-Files. You play the role of a detective who needs to find out what happened to the Peterson family. The family vanished from their home in Roswell shortly after the famous UFO incident. You need to uncover the truth, which means you'll be doing lots of puzzle solving.
My name's Detective Reinhardt, Roswell Police Department. You're trespassing on an active crime scene.
We really like the supernatural vibe of this upcoming horror game.
Hello? Mario.
We are very excited about the announcement of Luigi's Mansion 3 for the Nintendo Switch. We're huge fans of the original on the GameCube, and this sequel certainly looks promising. Now, you really shouldn't expect super scary gameplay from this series. It's about Luigi sucking up all sorts of ghosts and monsters with his vacuum cleaner. We just hope that he still quietly hums to himself when he starts to get scared. Pathologic 2 is a horror game made by a Russian developer. Russians are very good at telling scary stories, and this one is no different. It's about a small town that's plagued by a terrible disease. You are a healer who has to survive in this bleak setting. This means that you have to fight for food and medicine while trying to cure as many people as you can.
I hope that your studies have proven fruitful, and that you have achieved great skill as a surgeon.
It's impossible to save everyone, so you will need to make some very difficult choices along the way. We can't wait to play this scary-looking game.
Oh, sweetie. A little walk and some fresh mountain air would be good for you. Plus, you could lose some weight.
I'm working on it, okay?
The Beast Inside is a horror game about a CIA agent that moves to the countryside. He finds an old journal from the Civil War era in his new home. Opening the journal turns out to be a big mistake, as the house is suddenly filled with supernatural creatures. The game will switch between two protagonists in different time periods. You can try to sneak past enemies or fight them using a weapon. We especially like the pretty graphics of this upcoming horror game.
Hey, who's there? Are you lost?
Absalov End of Gods combines three of our favorite things: horror, cyberpunk, and Norse mythology. The developers call it a futuristic Viking horror game. The story begins when you discover a powerful artifact that was buried a long time ago. This device can bring destruction to Midgard, which is the human realm you live in. You now have to prevent an evil force from destroying the world and awakening the Nordic gods. The game is clearly being made on a small budget, but we really like the way it looks. We know that Layers of Fear 2 is already out, but we still wanted to mention it. This sequel to the excellent psychological horror game from 2016 takes place on a ship. You're a Hollywood actor who is shooting a film aboard an ocean liner. It doesn't take long before things start to get weird. Layers of Fear 2 might not be the scariest game on this list, but the amazing atmosphere more than makes up for it.
Every single thing you bring back has an essence. I told you to leave everything down there alone.
Talking about horror on the open sea, we now board another ship in the Dark Pictures' Man of Medan. This is the new game from the developers behind the amazing Until Dawn. It promises to deliver the same type of nerve-wracking gameplay.
All right, come out! Show yourself!
You control multiple characters that can all be killed. This time, you're trapped on board a ghost ship in the South Pacific. You need to escape the ship while all sorts of enemies are trying to kill you. We're pretty sure that we won't be able to save everyone on our first playthrough.
Alex? Julia! Guys!
This was supposed to be easy. Just track her down again and bring her home. I had no idea how wrong I was, and how far I would really have to go.
Someday You'll Return is a psychological horror game about childhood. You are a father who travels deep into the woods in search of his missing daughter. Here, you uncover dark secrets about your past.
Please, tell me that she's safe.
Your hysterics aren't helping. Stop calling me.
You actually grew up in the forest and swore to never go back after some horrible events took place. However, a father will do anything to save his daughter, even if it means he has to face his worst fears. We are sure that this game will be extra terrifying for anyone who's a parent. We can't wait to play these 10 awesome-looking horror games. Which one are you looking forward to the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.
What do I do? What am I gonna do?